subject.
Okay.
I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
No, this is like completely sprung on me at last second, but go on.
Are fat people just fat or are they greedy? 3, 2, 1, go.
There's certain illnesses that can make you that size, but other than that, if you're overindulgent, it's your own fault.
Generally, though, they're greedy people. You know?
If you haven't got disease, you're greedy. Yeah.
I'm not fat.
No, me neither.
I don't eat a lot of food.
Well, I'm getting there, though. As I'm getting older, it's like that little flat body I had is turning slightly Ethiopian. Do you know what I mean?
It annoys me when people congratulate fat people for losing weight.
This is funny, right? I'm not going to shame anyone or name anyone. So my missus was checking her Instagram yesterday, just scrolling through it, and she come across a friend of a friend who is very like body positive. She's a big girl, obviously, because all the skinny ones ain't really body positive, are they?
Always.
But she's all like, don't let anyone tell you to go on a diet, this, that, the other, and promote messages about love yourself, love your body. Bitch had a gastric ban last year. Didn't post that anywhere.
Fucking chunk.
Do you know what I mean? It didn't really go as you thought it would, did it?
Yeah. Not quite.
Well, this week's episode, little test for you, Joe. Season 2 episode.
Well, it's 10, isn't it? All day long.
You fucker, you've just seen that on piece of paper.
No, it's 10.
Okay.
10 gays.
All right, well done, mate. That's like 3 or 4 episodes.
That's me.
You've nailed it, yeah.
I'm the numbers guy.
This week, it's all about the end of the year, really, isn't it? We've just had Christmas.
We have had Crimbo. How was your Crimbo? Proper Crimbo?
Nah. It was the most improper Crimbo, mate. I got COVID. All this shit about not being vaccinated and that we spoke about.
Isolation. Obviously, your brother's a little bit poorly, so you couldn't go anywhere near the family home, could you?
The brother's like having ops and stuff, so he couldn't
go anywhere near. Did Mrs. get it as well?
Well, she didn't, but because she was with me, she was meant to go up to her family. Ain't been there in like 2 or 3 years because of COVID. And she had to self-isolate. Didn't want to infect her nan or anything like that.
I didn't know, because if you don't test positive and you've got no symptoms, I thought you could just go rock off, do whatever. And I did an idea of you just sitting there on Christmas Day, on Boxing Day.
Flat,
and everyone, all your family members and like family are like, oh, so sad that Mike's on his own for Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
Have a drink, anyone?
And then I have a picture of you just sitting with the biggest smile on your face on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, just doing whatever the fuck you wanted to do.
Like Home Alone, basically. Yeah. That would have been epic. Yeah. Honestly epic. But yeah, she had to miss her.
Oh, sorry, your missus ruined your Christmas.
Yeah. No, it was me. I was positive. She was negative, but rules are...
I was very positive.
Was it good shit? But yeah, rules are she's allowed to go shop or whatever with a lateral flow test. I just couldn't do shit, mate. Wasn't allowed to go anywhere.
Lazy.
Must admit though, it fucked me up the first couple of days. I was like sweating, hallucinating.
Was it naughty then? So you did a test on the first did a test first day, positive, obs, just after seeing us over the weekend. So I think you picked it up in London.
Well, I see you on a Saturday. We
all had to do fucking tests. Thank you very much. That's the worst thing. Anybody that's had to do a fucking COVID test, you will know that's the worst fucking thing in the world. Fucking down your throat, down your nose.
Mate, I've done 4 in the past week. I had to do one
because of you, cunt.
Worth it though, man. I see you on the Saturday, and on the Sunday, I was like fucking tripping balls through fever and shit. Like, yeah, mate. But yeah, first couple of days were shit. After that, it's like a really bad cold, and when you wake up, you can't really wake up because you just feel grotty. That's
this is why I'm not going to bother with this fucking booster jab bollocks. We know you're not. I am. Well, I've had me too, but I can't be asked for this booster jab. I'm like, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. I ain't going to die from it. So what's the point in having it?
Yeah, all right. Don't say shit like that. But still,
what's the point?
I'm an asthmatic smoker and still here. So, but yeah, do you know what? Saturday was, like we said, last thing that I did, come around here and did Fam Christmas Day. This is the first time I've been out as well, so feel privileged, my boy. Since I've seen you, I've been fucking locked up like Akon. They wouldn't let me out.
Do you know what I realised this Christmas?
What? Go on.
I am that family member that nobody needs to ask what do they want for Christmas.
Oh yeah, because you're so predictable.
I just get shit. So I must have had about 12 bottles of red wine.
How many pairs of socks?
Lovely. None.
No, me neither.
One pair and a Secret Santa. One pair.
Okay.
Spelt my name wrong. My name's Joe. My name is Joseph, but you know. Loads of red wine. Generic t-shirts, shirts, hoodies. Do you know what I mean? Could buy them from anyone. For anyone.
Yeah. But you're that kind of guy, like, you just wear normal kind of t-shirts, normal kind of
Yeah,
hoodies
I've
and
reached
stuff,
that
but
age.
you've got
and
your style, haven't you?
I do think it is if you've got a kid as well. Once you've got a kid, people don't buy for you; they buy for your kid.
Yeah, so your presents then
Deflects.
become generic. Yeah.
Deflects down. Me and the missus didn't even bother. We was like,
Oh,
save
wow.
our money. We bought bits for each other. There's no point in spending money for spending money's sake. Didn't spend anything. On the old though, I think my Christmas was a little bit ropey. Didn't really feel like Christmas. Didn't really enjoy Christmas.
Really?
Had a bit of a mare around the my family's on Boxing Day. You know, like my family.
Yeah.
They're
Proper banter.
they're loud.
I can imagine your older sister and your mother in the same room, out loud in each other.
Yeah, out loud. I felt like I had fucking autism.
You did that on my birthday. Me and a few mates, like you and your missus as well.
I cannot handle.
As soon as it
fucking
starts getting
noise.
rowdy, when everyone gets about 3 or 4 drinks in and the volume goes up.
Yeah. Well, that's something
You
I found
just
out in
close off.
2021 about myself. Maybe I'm a little
Yeah,
bit
mate.
autistic because I don't like loud noises.
2021. That's what today's really going to be about. We decided I'm going to do news. You're going to cover facts.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we got.
See what's gone.
Been much of a muchness.
This is the last episode before the new year. So if you want to hold your drinks up, Happy New Year.
All right,
Happy
go
New
for
Year,
a chin
peeps.
chin. Oh no, we can't chin chin because
I don't drink.
High Mike only drinks fucking Capri Sun, and they're made of fucking foil.
Before we go into anything, we've only mentioned a few people on the show, but there has been a few legends that have passed away this year.
Right.
We had Prince Philip, obviously, that was big.
Field of Greek.
Jim from the Vicar of Dibley.
That was tough.
It was. DMX.
Yeah, DMX went. Yep.
Whoa. And more recently, the legend, the comedian, Sean Locke.
Yeah, mate, I think that's probably one of the harder felt ones. Although, if you were in the know, more telegraphed because it was well seen.
Yeah.
Visually.
You watch his clips, there's bits where he can hardly talk because of his throat, and he's holding his side a lot in some of them.
And it is weird, like, so say Sean Locke had a video on YouTube and it had 50,000 views, been on for 7 years. Overnight, that went to 2 million like views. And it's good and bad. I think it's good that people got to see him that wouldn't have got to see him.
Yeah.
Just because they've seen the name.
He gets the appreciation.
But it's also super sad, man, because he was a proper funny cunt.
Well, Bill Bailey said
he
posted something at Christmas. He was like one of his close mates. But there was someone else who said basically it's not about the things that he like writes down and does in his stand up and stuff. It's those improv moments on things like 8 out of 10 Cats where he just randomly comes out with some of the funniest stuff you've seen on the TV programme, let's be honest.
Often been cited as the British comedian.
It's been one of those years, not as bad as a couple of years ago when fucking half the population died.
Do you know what we should do? We should do one of them death fucking calendar watches.
Deadpool?
Yeah, Deadpool. Let's do a Deadpool.
What, we're going to call it now?
Top 3,
for next year?
Go on, shout me at the top 3. Cliff Richard's got to be up there. Betty White's just turned 100. I'll put her in every year. She still fucking goes every year.
I'm going more like of an Amy Winehouse route. Who's going to fuck themselves up this year? Charlie Sheen's still about.
No one does that shit anymore.
Charlie Sheen's still about? He's got to go.
Yeah, he's still about. But like pop stars are all clean nowadays, man. There's no rock
Charlie
stars.
Sheen fucking ain't. I'm not talking pop stars.
I reckon Queenie. She's pining for Phil. I reckon Queenie. She's going to go on the slide.
Don't really want to say it. Do you know what scares me? David Attenborough. That one's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's coming. How's COVID? COVID could get him.
Ronnie Corbett as well. That one's going to hurt.
He's brown bread, isn't he? Surely.
Little Ron's still alive.
He's fucking got to be. He's got to be brown bread.
I got to look this shit up.
He must be.
No, 2016.
What, Litland? Corbett?
Yeah.
Oh.
31st of March 2016.
So when
I'm sure I've seen him in adverts recently.
Are you watching History Channel?
Fuck me, I must be. Mate. Alright, that one hurt. Right. 5 years later, that one hurts. Anyway, RIP to the people that we lost this year. RIP to Ronnie Corbett, who we lost 5 years ago, but I obviously didn't realise you fucking did.
Yeah. RIP. RIP to Ollie Gollis Solskjaer.
Oh, that one hurt. Right, I'm covering news this week, anyway, so I'm giving you a little quiz. Things that we've covered, because I don't know if you remember, we started the podcast this year. It's big things.
We did.
So there's been a lot of things that we have covered, and this is really on what has happened since the podcast started.
We missed some bangers, though, didn't we?
Like January, February is probably missing, yeah. Why, what are you thinking? I can see that little glint in your eye.
We missed our boy, didn't we? We'd had a field day on him.
Who?
Trump.
Oh, fuck
We would have had a field day.
Well, mate, people in America have made TV programs just based off of what he said that week.
We wouldn't even be able to do a podcast. It would literally just be as much as we could take the piss out of him. He'd already be taking the piss out of himself.
You could just play clips of him.
All he got is fucking Sleepy Joe, bro.
Well, he's done some shit as well. I think he's referenced, right? You ready? I'm going to hit you up with question 1, right?
Well, then, quiz me, bro. What you got?
What piece of evidence was the worst way to get busted?
The fucking worst way. This is incredible. This is one of my favourite stories we covered this year. This was the German geezer. No, German ass. And geezer goes in, burgles his ass up. Goes in his house, has a little munch up of his sausage. Then gets arrested for another crime later down the line. That's one of my favourite news stories of the year.
Yeah, man.
Germany, the worst sausage.
Oh, I'll give you that.
Jokes.
German sausage.
That was jokes.
Good answer. Question 2. In what month was the fuel crisis?
Oh,
yeah.
Remember that? Member berries.
When everyone lost their shit.
I didn't give a shit. Like I'm gonna say it's a little bit later in the year. I don't drive, so it didn't affect me. I will say, did we talk about it?
Yeah, we did.
Cover it?
People losing their shit and all the fights at petrol stations you see on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? I'm gonna go late. I'm gonna say August.
Oh, it started mid-September and didn't really have an effect. So October, it ran over.
Oh.
And that's when everyone lost their shit.
Neil Pine. That was nuts, wasn't it? Panic buying, toilet roll, panic buying.
Media conspiracy, mate. Make you buy all the fuel that was going out of date from lockdown.
They said it wasn't necessarily we didn't run out of fuel.
No, it was about to go out of date because of lockdown.
Nobody could deliver it.
Loads of shit. Loads of conspiracy theories around that. This one was quite obvious. I mean, I didn't even have to look this up. Like, go back and check anything. Question 3. England reached the final of the Euros. Well done, boys.
Aye, we did.
Well done, boys.
We did.
What 3 players missed the penalties?
Henderson. No. Saka.
Don't know if I'm taking your first answer, right. But go on.
I remember this, unfortunately, because it unearthed racist trolls in our country.
Yes, we did cover that.
So, Saka.
Yep.
Rashford.
Yep. One more. So you had Saka, Rashford. Who else? Last one.
Can't remember the last one.
Sancho.
Oh,
dude, I thought you'd do better at that. It was football. Right, question 4. What was brought into effect for foreigners in China?
Bumhole anal fucking COVID tests.
Anal COVID testing, yes. Pull that and make you chuckle. Question 5. Which European country recorded 47 degrees this summer?
Oh, this was top temperature one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you said one, and I said one, they were different.
And your one was higher.
Oh, I'm going to say Greece.
It was Greece. That was what you said
Greece.
as well.
Yeah, sick. Nice.
Question 6. Who tweeted "Women belong in the kitchen" on International Women's Day?
Mike, hi guys.
No, that definitely was not me.
Say again.
All right. Who tweeted "Women belong in the kitchen" on International Women's Day? It was a company.
Oh, I remember this. This is one of our first episodes. This might even have been the pilot. You know, Burger King.
Yes, it was Burger King. It wasn't the pilot though. It was like episode 4 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that was early.
Well remembered though, Burger King. Yeah.
Yeah, Burger King. That was funny.
Question 7.
I'm doing all right. I reckon I got 50.
You're about half.
Yeah, 50.
About half.
50.
Question 7. What was voted the UK's best dad joke? Now I'm going to give you the joke, and you got to hit me with a punchline.
I can't remember.
Well, I know it is difficult, so I'm going to give you the joke. Yeah. You got to hit me with a punchline. You ready?
All right, go on.
I once hired a limo, but when it arrived, the guy driving it walked off. I said, "Excuse me, are you not going to drive me?" The guy told me that the price didn't include a driver. What's the punchline?
I can't remember.
So I spent 400 quid on a limo, and have nothing to show for it.
Oh,
Come on.
I don't know if that should be the dad joke of the year. It is a funny joke.
It was on
I like
Father's
it.
Day.
I do like it.
It was on Father's Day.
I reckon I could write a better joke than that.
Question 8. Who made a lockdown track called Easy Sleazy?
Oi, that was me and you.
Well, I mean, we might have been the inspiration behind
we put
it.
them together. So that was Mick Jagger and that was Dave Grohl, and we and we preempted it like some Ouija board.
Literally the week before,
and
we named our favourite band the Dave Grohl Experience.
That's us.
And basically, you could do everything, but would need Mick Jagger leading.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Question 9. Someone organised a huge fight between people with the same name, and what was their name?
Oh.
You remember they had the big foam...
This is their noodles and stuff.
The foam noodles, yeah.
Smashed them all up. Winner was a 2-year-old in the end.
No, they were 8, I think.
This agged me out at the time, but it was the winner of the Josh fight.
Yeah, well done.
I remember
Josh
it.
fight.
And when it sounded like the guy that invented it was the same exact first and last
No, it
name.
started off, I remember the first event was, his name was, say it was Josh Smith, right?
It's a great fact.
But he found another Josh Smith and they had a competition of rock, paper, scissors to start the day off, and then they had a big fight.
That was one of our early facts. That was a great
news story.
Great fact.
Question 10. Last one, right? It's just a question about this year, really. Who had the Christmas number 1?
Wasn't it these Lad Bible fellas?
No, Lad Baby, but yeah, well played, I'll give you that, yeah. They did it, and it was a cover of Elton John and Ed Sheeran's song that was released this year as well.
No one needs to hear
Elton
that.
John and Ed Sheeran appeared in it.
Right. 2 things wrong with your statements. A, that Christmas song, and B, a song by Ed Sheeran and Elton John. No one needs to hear either.
That song was easily forgettable. It was shit, right? And also, then they featured on this, which was a remake of the same song that was released this year by them two, and went to number 1. The fucked up thing about it, I don't know, for music it's bad, for the good of mankind it's good, right? 4th year in a row, they equal the Beatles.
In terms of records, that's quite cool.
They equal the Beatles on Christmas
number 1. Love the fact they put a blocker on Simon Cowell.
At least it went to good causes and shit rather than Simon Cowell's pockets. Yeah, I'll give you that. So out of them 10...
I reckon got about 6.
I think it was about 6, yeah.
I think about 6.
Well done, boy.
Not bad.
Better than I thought.
I remembered some.
At your age.
There's been a few in there, guys. Remember, right, we've spoken loads about this boy. Our boy Perseverance.
Oh, I love the kid.
Our little robot Johnny 5 up there.
Yeah.
Loving what he's doing. Now, NASA, did you see this?
Go on.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Opened a massive telescope in space.
What, a brand new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to allow us to see into the past.
Right, so this is brilliant. So over Christmas, like I said, I was locked down. I was watching a lot of podcasts. Joe Rogan and Brian Cox, one in particular. And Brian Cox is talking about, we've already got one. It's Cerner, I think it's called. CIRNA.
Hubble.
And they were meant to build another one in America, but funding got cut for it. And I think since Biden's come in, he's like put the funding back into it so they can get it going, which is meant to be a lot stronger than the one we've already got. So it should be mental. But he was talking about seeing back in time, you can see back to the Big Bang because light travels so quick.
In theory.
So they can time trace it back to how long ago it happened.
And they're building shits that's now allowing us to see that.
Yeah.
Incredible times for science, mate. Well, incredible times.
Brian Cox was saying we have been able to see that evidence of the Big Bang because before that there was nothing. It was opaque.
And you've got Perseverance rocking his shit out.
Perseverance is killing it, mate.
Sitting on Mars,
pictures of their moons,
shit, chucking rocks into his back.
Finding volcanic lava in the minerals and shit.
Taking selfies left, right, and centre. He's got a selfie stick, mate. He's loving it.
Getting his little helicopter out, little drone.
Well, discussed between us. Probably won't see it in our lifetime, but might hear about the plans to colonise another planet.
Mars is next.
Before we
It's the most habitable that we can reach, but yeah.
No, I'll go moon, nearer.
Nah.
That's like flying to Magaluf or flying to Egypt.
Nah, there's better like minerals and shit in Mars.
One or t'other is a lot longer. And for the last time this year, kick
it!
it! Random fact, Random fact, Random facts of the week.
Right, last time for random facts this year, as you said, and this is down to you, mate.
Well, I'm not necessarily going to reference facts that we've already provided for people.
Oh, great. So I give you things that we've already talked about, and you're giving me difficult stuff I don't know.
I'm broadening the horizons, bro.
Okay. Blow my mind. Go on.
All right. I'll tell you what. There was a chick this year. Sporting world.
Right. Couple, yeah.
Emma Raducanu.
Yeah.
Raducanu. This little girl. I don't
she's
sound,
like 15, 16.
I don't sound patronising, but she's absolutely incredible. She's the first British woman in 44 years.
Nice.
To win a Grand Slam.
Nice.
She's the youngest ever Briton, male or female, to win a Grand Slam.
Good girl. Nice.
She's the first woman since 1998, since Serena Williams, to win the US Open without losing a set. She went all the way through, clean as a whistle.
Shit.
Like an absolute rocket.
Hey, good
now,
girl.
she went well under the radar, didn't she?
Well, no one heard of her until she won.
Do you think it's because she's got a foreign-sounding surname? Do you think if her surname was Smith, she'd have got more love?
No, because she's so young, surely. She's still in, like, youth leagues and stuff, and then she comes on, plays her first adult Grand Slam, and fucking wins it.
She smashed it.
Yeah,
I reckon
exactly.
she could be dead. I'll tell you someone that you and I, we speak about this guy. I do know I don't understand the reception he gets. Lewis Hamilton this year was involved in one of the greatest ever Formula One season finales. No, I don't understand Formula One enough to understand what happened on that final race.
I only know what friends have told me, and I've got one friend who absolutely loves.
I saw the last lap.
Well, everyone's seen it. Yeah.
Verstappen smashed him.
So the problem is that Hamilton built up this big lead. I think it was 14 seconds, which is huge.
And it got pulled,
and they'd lapped
people,
and the safety car come out just after Hamilton passed the pits. So Hamilton couldn't change his tyres because he just passed the pits, and the safety car comes out. Now, there was 5 cars between Hamilton and Verstappen, and 6 cars behind Verstappen. And them two had lapped all of them. So the rule is, when the safety car comes out, before they get going, you have to let the lapped cars go first. They let the 5 go that was in between Hamilton and Verstappen. So Verstappen's caught up. That 14-second lead was fuck all then. Gone right up behind him. And the 6 cars behind didn't go. That's what Mercedes were saying. They were basically saying that you've got to let them all go through. Why just give Verstappen that gap?
It came down to that last lap.
Yeah, it was bullshit though. He did get cheated. I think.
Decent. It was basically an Aguero, 94th minute.
Yeah,
that was what that F1 come down to. Decent for someone that doesn't watch
Formula
football.
1. Yeah, that's a big.
Oh, I was watching West Ham versus Burnley instead, and we got denied a penalty.
I was watching United game. Thought we'd won the league. I was jumping around, and then fucking Aguero scores that, and we lose the league.
That's a couple of little sporting factoids. What do you reckon was the fastest selling vinyl record this year? Vinyl record.
Is it a new song or like a?
It was a new song. Yeah, it was a new song. Vinyl record.
I'm just gonna go for biggest selling, but I still don't know that really. I'm well out of touch, man.
I couldn't tell you what the biggest selling song of 90.
Is it Bieber?
201. No, not
or Drake.
Not Drake's. No.
Anyone in that genre?
ABBA.
Fuck off. See, it's not something new then, is it?
ABBA's new album was the fastest selling vinyl record this year.
That's embarrassing.
30k in its first week, ended up doing 250k.
That's embarrassing.
Right?
That's releasing the greatest hits for the sake of releasing the greatest hits.
250k. Tom Jones.
Right.
Where do you stand? Right. You know, you get performers, artists. They've been doing their shits for a few years. I'm going to put Rod Stewart out there as one of these people. And you're like, Rod, you're adding nothing. All you're doing is taking away from your legacy. Every time I see you perform, you're chipping away. Like, turn it in.
Yeah, save them for Jules Holland once every 5 years.
So, Sir Thomas,
Yeah.
80 years old,
Yeah.
10 months, oldest on record
What's
to
he
have a
doing? Playing at Butlins?
number one album.
Number one album?
Number one
Fucking
album.
hell.
Absolutely ridiculous.
You know why? Because they release it now and everyone goes, oh, I'll get my nan that. She likes Tom Jones.
Who is buying these records?
The teenagers for their nans.
Who buys... Why is he number one?
Because they've released it at a perfect time. It's bullshit. I don't agree with it, but...
Fuck is wrong with it?
Recycled, doesn't it?
Fuck is wrong. Right. We do like outer space, don't we?
Yeah, we do like a bit of space, yeah. We don't like the Chinese.
It's very encouraging nowadays, right? So we've had some space race on this year. We've had Bezos versus Branson. We've had Bezos versus Musk. All sorts, right?
Yeah.
You know, Branson was like dead set on being the first person into space.
Yeah.
Didn't even go into space.
What do you mean?
He only went 55 miles up. Doesn't constitute space.
What's outside the ozone layer?
Have a guess. How many miles do you have to go to hit space? 55 is a no-no.
Not that much, like 70.
Bang on, brother.
Yeah.
70 miles.
Yeah.
You need to hit 70 miles. So Branson, when he went up, dicked about. He just went weightless and come back down. Didn't even hit space. Yeah. So Bezos is literally the only person that has actually gone into space that is a billionaire. The rest of them were just like pre-space bullshit.
What a sad society we live in, that there's billionaires fighting to be the first one to go to space.
It's mad.
It's bullshit.
Mad. It's an interesting vibe for us as humans. You've got these billionaire fucking psychopaths putting their money into wanting to explore into space.
Well, that sums up this year pretty nice, doesn't it? Everyone got put into lockdown, and the people with money was like, fuck this, we're going to build robots and go into space, and we're going to make everything happen because I'm bored. And now, I can't wait for this bit.
It's just a goat. No, it's a fucking goat.
Yeah, mate. Last goat of the year, and I think, I can't wait for this one.
Yep.
Greatest of all time when it comes to Christmas song.
Oh, wowza.
Now, that's a wide range when you really think about it. It's big. So you've got to aim high, ain't you? Straight away. They've got to be instantly... When you say Christmas song, you think of these songs.
Who wants to do the lyric first? Me or you? Do you want to go first or me?
What one?
It's Christmas! Slade, right? I saw an article that they get paid between $500,000 to $1 million.
Oh, just off royalties,
Every year. Depending on if it's picked up by a advertising campaign, a single. Since it's been re-released into the charts since 2006. It's charted in the top 10 at Christmas every year.
That's crazy.
Since 2006.
You know, another big one, Wizard.
And I wish it could be Christmas. That one.
That's the one. That's the one. I instantly put them two together because they're up there as the old.
Do you know Slade beat it? They were released in the same year, and Slade beat it to number one. Beat Wizard. When do you think they stopped writing Christmas songs?
There's been good ones, but I don't think you could beat the classics.
When was the last good one? It's Christmas time.
Nah, not Band-Aid.
Yeah, 86. I think that was the last good Christmas song.
It's been done too many times, so it's lost its credibility. Like you said about Tom Jones.
Banger.
Just like,
Pogues, that was like 70s.
The Pogues, that's my mum's favourite Christmas
Everyone
song.
likes it.
That's
70s, I think, though.
Yeah, still, greatest of all time. Could be any time.
Yeah, but I'm talking about new ones.
Leona Lewis has done one recently.
Fuck Leona Lewis.
It's one of them that I've heard so much on radio stations over the past 4 or 5 years that is now in my head as a Christmas song. Trying to think of newer ones.
Mariah Carey, to be fair. She's quite synonymous.
That was my Christmas jumper this year. Ronaldo, all I want for Christmas is Sue.
Shakin' Stevens has got to be up there. He's got one, at least.
Yeah, I did watch Home Alone and Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Come on, I'm like, that's pretty big.
Yeah, man. Bangers.
I prefer the classics though, like Driving Home for Christmas. Brilliant song.
There's one I really like. You know, like music makes you move a little bit. You get into the groove.
Okay.
I think it's one called like the Cavalry.
Oh yeah.
Woman of the Cavalry.
Yeah. That's
a
big song.
Love that.
Do you know what? And this is sad because of Elf. It's cold outside.
What about the classics like Jingle Bells? Litland sings that one. She loves that.
Yeah, like all the little nativity ones that all the kids know. They're all classics.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could put that up there as greatest of all time though. Let's be honest.
No.
One that isn't like a nativity kind of song. Classic banger. Last Christmas. Wham.
Oh.
That's up there, mate.
They call that the Whamageddon, didn't they?
That one's up there, mate.
That's a banger. You know that, Whamageddon?
No?
Right, so you start the month of December.
Oh, right, yeah. Yes, we did this last year.
And you get as far as you can in the month of December without hearing
the Wham song,
Last Christmas. It's called Whamageddon. I got up to the 24th, I think.
No, it weren't that far. It was about the 19th. And I think I got up to about the 7th.
Yeah.
Early doors.
Yeah, right there. Whamageddon, Last Christmas. Absolute banger. George Michael, what a banger singer. What a banger song.
That's up there, mate. If we're going for GOAT, that is right up there. So let's kind of narrow it down. I'm sure we've missed a lot. Like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Banging tune.
There's nostalgic ones, isn't there?
Yeah. They're like from childhood and stuff that your parents loved as well. And yeah.
But actual songs, I think there's a reason Slade keep coming back year after year. I think it's because it's the perfect pitch between sing along, piss take, have a laugh, song, banger, tune.
I haven't told you what my favourite is, right? This is really sad. It's a song from the year my mum was born.
Ba-ba-bum-bum.
No one's ever heard of it. You know, like the Italian, what's the matter, you? Why are you looking so sad? It's like a cheesy kind of typical foreigner.
Feliz Navidad.
No. Spanish one, Donde está Santa Claus? It's a little kid. It's brilliant. I'm going to post it up on YouTube.
Who the fuck invited you? Why are you telling me about
Santa Claus? He talks about the reindeer as being Pancho, Blitzen, Pedro, and Vixen.
Fuck your Spanish reindeers. Why are you telling me about Spanish? Fuck your Spanish.
Epic Christmas song. I'll put the link up, trust.
No, you won't. I'll block it.
Right.
Feliz
Slade,
Navidad.
Wizard, Wham.
I'm going George.
Can anyone else get up there in that top 5?
I don't think we need
Mariah
to debate. No, Mariah Carey second. George Michael first. Slade third.
Oh.
Boom, done.
There it is.
I don't include Slade because they're monster.
Yeah, and classics.
But
all right, give you that.
The two above
there
are cut above.
Wham! Last Christmas, greatest of all time.
I gave you my heart.
Bah! Okay, so Joe, that has been this year. What have we learned this week?
Oh, lad, what have we learned? Don't trust the government. We learnt that.
We learn that every week.
We learned that. We learnt that if you take a West Ham player off your starting 11 when you're in a World Cup final, you will not win it. Keep West Ham players on if you want to win World Cup finals.
Yeah, well, no, that's what we did learn is don't bring people on last second to take penalties, as Mark Noble did against United.
We've got a lot better as England. Used to be despair, but we've got a lot better.
We got to a
look
final,
forward to.
We got to
nearly won the European Cup.
First time in my lifetime we got to a final, so yeah. I'm happy.
More to come. We
also learned that you pretty much remember the last year worth of podcast anyway. Down to about 6, 7 out of 10. Did all right there.
I remember the fact that we started this, and the first ever news story we did was Tiger Woods
and Daft Punk.
How much crack does Tiger Woods
Daft
need?
Punk broke up.
Yeah.
We have learned some random 2021 facts this week.
Yeah, we did.
Like the tennis player, Formula One, Championship.
Yeah, we did. Tom Jones being fucking 80 years old and getting #1 albums.
That is mental.
Obviously, in the space race, Branson's talking bullshit. Keeps bragging he went into space. Didn't really.
Amazon delivered.
Bezos' dick in him.
And we also learnt that the greatest song of all time was Last Christmas. The Last Christmas was dog shit because of COVID. So actually, roll on 2022.
When you come to the end of the line with a buddy who is more than a brother and a little less than a wife, getting blind drunk together is really the only way to say farewell.
Bye-bye now.